Hello everyone, this is Freja Enjoy and I am here now at the north part of New Zealand. This is the north part of New Zealand is the part where outside the land in the ocean the Tasmanian Sea and the Pacific Ocean meet, and you can actually see it. You can actually see where it meets. You see it, the undercurrents under the surface in the ocean. It's amazing. So now I'm going to talk about the amazing incoming energies that is going to be accumulating in December 2019. This is going to be a totally amazing December in 2019. This balancing that will be going on will affect all life on Earth. It will affect all human beings and all life. This is energy that is coming from different sources. It is coming from the galactic sources, it is coming from Earth, and it is coming from different natural sources. All this is natural. Everything this is natural, and as human beings are rising in their consciousness now, there is going to be balance going on. Balance for the better, for all and everyone and everything. It's not only affecting life on Earth, this ongoing expansion, rising of consciousness, and this ascension process, because this is also affecting everything in universe, because this is how the universe works. There is no separate parts in universe. Universe is the greatest love energy and consciousness energy. What we do when we as human beings rise our consciousness is that we are getting more normal, and we are getting more natural. We are getting out of the cocoon of to being normal. Normal is a word that is used in ways that something is what the most people do or should do, or something like that. And natural is something that works together with surroundings, and that is natural. Not the human created environments so much, not so much. More about how nature works. So the thing is that if humans want to be in the ascension process and rise their consciousness and be able to actually also live a much more happy life, filled of true joy, you have this life when you get into higher consciousness. And this means you don't need drugs, you don't need actually a lot of things you were born and raised in the human societies, and you were taught you need a lot of things. That was actually a trap to keep you as a slave in those systems where you don't have the power over yourself. People don't have the power over themselves there in 3D Matrix, the old paradigm. So they try to get power over others all the time. If you don't understand what I say here, I ask you to listen once more and once more and once more on those words I just said. And also then check it out how it works around you and society if you don't have recognized this before. What natural is about, some people call it to be in the flow, but the flow is so much more than just going with the flow, so to say. It is about being conscious, and it's about having the ability to be in the present also. And it's about understanding what higher consciousness and higher intelligence means. So you will have, if you haven't thought about these things now, you will begin to think about this from your heart and soul now. And it will be more and more about this in December 2019. And this is what this is about in December 2019. It's about to have this balance in you and around you. And when you actually begin to understand how it works, everything in your life is getting more relaxed, more easygoing, more laid back. You will feel happiness. You don't need much things. You have the happiness in your heart. You have the happiness in your soul. It's a part of you. You can feel nature and you are one. This is not something you can learn through a book or listening to some people talking some words. This is something you have to try out and experience in your own life to understand. And this is, first of all, really to take care of yourself. Really to take care of yourself. Because you are 100% fresh, healthy soul. 100% fresh and healthy soul. That's what you are. As a shamanic practitioner, here is my shaman drum. I made it myself. I dreamed it alive. This is something that you will know that your life is sacred. Your life is sacred in every way. And if you go into religious system, political systems, and all these old paradigm, old 3D matrix ideas, there is maybe a soul loss in you. It can be. What I do one of the things I do with my drum, my shaman drum, is I can help people to find missing parts of their soul. It's not that there's no possibility to find it. It's about having it back to its right place, and that is together with you in your consciousness and in your presence, in your presence and your present moment. Then when your soul has all its parts together, that is balance. That is natural balance. And you are 100% healthy. You don't need any drugs. You don't need any systems like religious or political or other systems for you to understand what is the divine truth. The divine truth is living inside of you. The only thing that is a bit misunderstood quite a lot, really, is that woman is born with a womb, and from that womb comes new life. This is how new life is born. Mother Earth is an amazing planet. She's a consciousness. She's giving birth to new life. It's not some God sitting in a chair somewhere up in heaven, up here, looking at us and creating this with a stick. I create this and this. No. It's happening in a process, an ongoing process. That is how nature is working. That is how nature is working. I will talk a little bit more about this soon. And this is not something that people have known all the while, because people have to relearn. This is what my 5 Stars program is all about. And I channel it from the Dolphin Collective. The Dolphin Collective is a consciousness, and I channel it since 1999. And I work with it through evolving myself through the exact program I can learn out to other people. I'm a very slow person, so to say. I don't stress anything. I don't advertise. I don't even have a business, because I left all that. For me, this is 3D matrix. To work with the old advertising, with the competition, the business, and all this banking system and all this. This for me is 3D matrix. I'm not against it. It's just that it's not purposeful in the way I look at life on Earth. I have been a messenger for this consciousness since 1999, and what I am evolving is programming for yourself, deprogramming, and new programming. I use these words to reach people to understand, because most people understand what a computer is and what you do with a computer. You program a computer. You can also take away old programs and program it in some new way. It's very important to say here that the human being is more complex, much more complex than any computer on Earth. This is important to understand, really to understand. And also, as we are on Earth, we are here, we have a responsibility to take care of everything around us and ourselves first of all. When we really take care of ourselves, we take care of everything around us too. That's how it works. That's how it works naturally. When we are balanced, naturally balanced, we understand this. We understand this from our heart and from our soul, not from our mind. So talking about this is just to reach out to people, because people use this language. But what it's really about, it's about heart and soul. And it's about free spirit. So this is also important to understand. For me, I am not religious. I am not connected to any politic group or anything that is that kind of groups. No groups at all. I actually work for helping people to be free and to have their own power. And that means I don't try to have people to I don't remember the word. What is important here is that I say this about religion and politics because I'm not in this. And I say this because some people talk about God, and they talk about God, that He created this earth. And I will say what I see. I can see that all new life come from the feminine. I can see with my eyes, my heart and my soul that all life is born from feminine, from woman and feminine. And why do 3D Matrix have this word, the creator and God, and say that God created everything? I don't know. I just want to tell what I see. And for me, this is higher logic. It's very much higher logic for me. For me. If you agree and can see these two, you are also into the higher logic. You look at Mother Earth, you see everything on Earth is born in the different seasons. It's born and it's going to sleep, it dies and it's born again. This Earth is a consciousness, like all other stars and suns and planets in universe. It's consciousness. It's not dead materia. And if you don't understand what I mean, I ask you to look at nature. Look at nature. Stay in nature for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days and nights alone with nature, and be an observer of what's happening in nature. And hopefully you will see and understand what I talk about. That it's consciousness. Everywhere it's consciousness. And if people don't understand what consciousness is, I would rather ask you to look it up. You can Google what consciousness is. You may find different answers to what consciousness is. But actually, consciousness is everything. It's different levels and different degrees of consciousness. So when people think they own land and they called it that God has created this land, and then they can own land and ask other people for money for their land, it's their consciousness level. It's not mine. So what do different consciousness levels do? They create in their turn different kind of realities, and these different kind of realities is different dimensions of life and consciousness. I am a peaceful earth angel warrior. I am one of the so-called rainbow warrior tribe on earth, and so much more. I have this message to tell you about the very strong energies in December coming in to balance every being on earth now. Earth is a consciousness. She's big. She's big. It's a big consciousness. You can look, and if you understand and know anything like about trees, that trees are connected like in their root system. They actually communicate with each other in their root system. All this is consciousness. It's just not the same way of working, so to say, as most human beings do. Human beings need to rise their consciousness to understand also other life on earth, not just their own. So if you are interested to know more about the amazing incoming energies in December, I'm welcoming you to look at my next YouTube video. It will be about that. I will give you more information in my next YouTube video. And I welcome you from my heart and my soul and my free spirit to be one of my amazing subscribers on YouTube. Click, you have the button on the YouTube video there. And you see, if you see the bell coming up, you click that too, because then you will have notifications every time I give out a new YouTube video, so you can look at it. I am one of those few on earth who we can call are working on the higher edge of humanity today. And if you liked my video, I would be very happy if you give me a like. You click on the thumbs up. Thank you very much. And I'm so happy for all beautiful people I met last week in Australia and here in New Zealand. I met amazing, amazing, beautiful people. So kind, peaceful, beautiful, loving. I'm so grateful. If you look at this YouTube video, I say thank you and blessings from my heart and my soul to you. Thank you. and I'm looking forward to have contact with you. So if you like to give me some question or comments, you are welcome to do that under this YouTube video too. As I'm out traveling and I'm out in places where there is no Wi-Fi connection many times, most of the time, it can take some time before I answer. Sometimes, yeah, it can take some time, but I will answer. Sure, I will. I love you all. Blessings and have a nice day from me, Freja Enjoy, in North New Zealand. Much love from Freja and my drum, my shaman drum. I love it. I made it myself. Blessings.